Hello, hello, hello. What's up? It's your girl Twan the Mystic from housemystic.com. Hello and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, what's up? I am Twan the Mystic. Okay, so in today's reading, we're talking all about um basically what's happening for you in 2026. I feel like with this one, I wanted it to be like just whatever comes out. Whatever comes out, like whether it's about love, whether it's about money, whether it's about some other shit. Yeah, I just wanted to come out. So I don't have a structured spread for today. So yeah. Go ahead and light your candles, light your incense, and light your blunts because we're about to get real deep with this reading. If you love deep, insightful, and accurate pick cards, definitely keep watching and make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you are updated every single time I drop something new, okay? So wait, I was about to give the introduction again. So go ahead and pick the picture or the number you feel the most drawn to, and I'll see you at your corresponding timestamp. Hello, hello, hello. Those of you that chose pile number one, let's get into your reading all about 2026. So like I was saying, we are just kind of winging it and seeing what comes out for you as far as 2026 goes. The first two cards are going to be the overall theme, but we're just going to see what comes out. We're going to pull from the bowl of answers. We're going to do all the things, okay? So yeah, let's get into it. And if you would like to book a year ahead reading, that information is definitely linked below, and it's like a 2-hour session, and I will be doing the reading like a astrological and oracle and tarot reading for you, but then the other hour is for me to do like a aura cleanse with my sound bowls and with Reiki to help with like shedding all the dead weight, well, energetically for from this past year and maybe even previous years. So yeah, that information is below, okay? So, yeah, first two cards we have the contortionist and the persistent. So it's so funny. First of all, let me say how I'm having to start this reading over again, and the fact that we have the contortionist and the persistent, and it gives like two different energies. And for some reason, this is, when I first did this reading, I was trying to figure out, well, I mean, I came up with something of what I thought these cards meant, but I feel like I had to come back and do the reading again because maybe I wasn't picking up the right energy, because now I'm feeling like what I'm getting for this is you're going to be bending reality in 2026. You're going to be bending reality because how this says, I resist those who would have me bend to their will. And then this says, I hold fast to my goals and ideals as I persevere. And for some reason, I don't know, both of those put together makes me think of someone that's like bending reality. Oh, and then my phone lit up. So I think I'm onto something. So yeah, I feel like, you are creating your reality in 2026 where it's like you speak things, you say, or well, I was gonna say you speak things, you say things, but you say things, you think things, and then it comes true. That's what I'm getting for you for 2026, okay? And I feel like you're gonna be maybe realizing your power more, because maybe it's like you kind of know this about yourself, that you can kind of, well, not you can kind of, that you can bend your reality, that you can shift your reality with your thoughts. You probably already are someone that's like into things like that. But I feel like you're going to see it more than ever in 2026, where you're just like, well, damn, how did I make this happen? That's crazy. Okay, so yeah, let's see what else pops up for you. Oh, we got Three of Swords. Yikes. Okay. But follow me. But we have Five of Wands reversed. Okay, so let's stop right there. So I feel like you're going to be turning a lot of things around in your life. Like if things have been a little chaotic, a little like you've been experiencing disappointments, I feel like all of that is coming to an end in 2026. Like, and not saying, because of course things happen in life that are unexpected and weird and stuff, but I feel like you are going to be like, let's say 2026 was a little rough. You kept hitting some bumps on the road. You've experienced some interesting things. But I feel like that's turning around where there's less chaos, there's more peace. Then my phone just lit up again. So yeah. Yeah, 3 of Wands and then King of Swords. I also feel like you're mastering your mind. And that's how you're shifting your reality, because you're mastering your mind. And the King of Swords, I mean, is like a card that's associated with basically the King of Swords is basically associated with like, because the king is the last card of the suits of each suit of the in tarot. And with the king being here, it's the last card. It always has to do with mastering something. So I feel like you're mastering your mind and your perspective, and then in turn drawing in things for yourself, like positive opportunities. Okay, so we also have clout chaser, doing anything for attention, fame hungry, desperate for followers, anything for a like. Past life. Okay, I see where you're going with this, spirit. Previous connections, unexplained familiarity, soul memories, I've known you before. So this is more so making me think like this desperate energy is going to be something of the past, where it's like, you were, trying to get money, you were trying to just trying to maybe it felt like you never had enough money or enough time or enough of anything. Oh, and then we have 555. Yeah. And I feel like that's going to be in the past. Once 2026 hits, you're going to see a lot of things really turn around for you. Like, I'm feeling like it's the top of the year even, where oh wow, and I see 616, which has to do with basically keeping your thoughts heavenward, because money spirit is helping you manifest your material needs basically. So yeah, I feel like you are like, just the things that you've experienced are like, the negative things are going to be a thing of the past. Okay, so we have, oh my goodness, big break. Career turning point, major opportunity, life-changing moment. This is it. Yeah. Lessons learned, wisdom gained, completing cycles, growth through experience. I'm wiser now. So it almost feels like maybe some of you guys were going through a Saturn return in 2025, or like some type of, I don't know, some type of how can I explain it? Like almost some type of lesson thing, like with Saturn. Like there could have been an aspect, like let me see. For example, I know for me, when Saturn moved into Aries, it was on my moon, which actually it's going to be back on my moon when it moves back into Aries. But there could be some Saturn things that you've experienced, and then you're about to experience like a less harsh version of Saturn. Like maybe you're going through like a Saturn square, or like Saturn was, yeah, like a Saturn, like a square or something. That's what I'm sensing, or an opposition or something like that you had going on with Saturn. And now I feel like you're going to be getting the brighter side of Saturn. I feel like that's the best way to describe it. And it makes me think of this collective reading I actually dropped in the Mystic Collective. So if you're interested in getting daily collective readings sent to your email, basically, well, it's a community, but the emails get sent through the platform to notify you guys, like, hey, Tawana's dropped a collective reading for that ass. Okay. So yeah, definitely join the Mystic Collective. So anyway, big break, lessons learned, definitely makes me think that, yeah, you're experiencing the less harsh side of Saturn, and some of these things you were experiencing in 2025 were more so just lessons to kind of get you ready for this next thing going on with Saturn. Or not the Saturn, well, like the next phase of your life, basically. All right, so we have self-indulgence, self-worth and value, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation, clarity, truth, intentions, honesty. So I feel like another thing that could be happening for you guys in Saturn, in 2026, is there could be, you're going to get a lot more clarity about why you maybe experienced some things in your past, because it literally was meant to set up what's coming in 2026. And I'm wondering if some of you guys, because 2025 was a 9-year, I don't know if there were a lot of you guys that was going through a personal 9-year, because it feels like you experienced a lot of endings and a lot of, like, I almost wanted to say crazy stuff. Well, maybe crazy stuff, but it's definitely giving like a lot of like endings or something like that you experienced. And it's like now you're about to experience a lot of new beginnings and a lot of clarity. And I also feel like honesty, like I think you're going to be a lot more honest with yourself, maybe even a lot more honest with other people. And not saying that you were just like over here lying and stuff like that, but I feel like you're going to know more of what you want and what you don't want. Oh, and then my phone just vibrated. Think I'm onto something. All right, so we have finality reversed, and then we have partying. And that's his time with friends, having fun, happily single, living in the moment. So, not saying if you're in a relationship, you about to be single. Some of you guys, that could be the case. Sorry. Because we do have heartbreak up here. So some of you guys maybe went through a breakup in 2026. I mean, not 2026, in 2025, or maybe even previous to that. I don't know. But with this partying card, it makes me think that you're going to be having a lot of celebrations, a lot of things to celebrate in 2026, especially with this big break. I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of good news, like good news after good news after good news, where a lot of like your wishes are coming true. And I feel like there's 2 wishes in particular that may be coming through or coming true for you. And what's so interesting is like me and my friend, we were talking and we kept talking about horseshoes, and you know how they have to do with luck because of some card, oracle card that we were talking about. And we kept talking about it, and when I got off the phone, I go to look at something over there by my sink, and then I see how my earrings, they looked like horseshoes, and I never realized that they were possibly horseshoes. And then it was two, a pair of earrings. So I just kept thinking about 2 wishes. And then even the other day, I think day before yesterday or something, I was driving, or no, that was yesterday, and I saw this license plate that said wish 2, and I was like, does that mean 2 wishes? So I don't know, that could be significant for you guys. And even how both of these guys, if you notice, they're both wearing yellow sweaters. They're both wearing yellow sweaters. They almost look like twins. And what's so funny too is like they almost look like they're the same person, but this person is older with life lessons. So it's definitely making me think that this year was meant to, you got 1 year older and wiser as well. You definitely got wiser, and I think you've gained a lot of wisdom, and you're going to see a lot of things flourishing in 2026 because of the wisdom you've gained through like adversity. And maybe not just adversity. I do think maybe there was some adversity that happened, but also you are going to be just, I don't know, using the lessons that you gained from 2025 in 2026. And that could play out in so many different ways. That's why I'm trying to find the right way to say it. But we have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. And that's funny because as I'm making this, the new moon in Scorpio is tomorrow. It's actually tomorrow. And then we have communication is key, new moon in Gemini. So the fact that there's two new moons, wait, hold on. And then we have surrender to the divine, full moon. And that's so funny. We have two new moons and a full moon. And the fact that we have new moons, it definitely makes me think that 2026 could be a year of new beginnings for you. And the fact that we have worked through your fears, and then we have new moon in Gemini, which is communication is key, which makes me think like of the mind and how you're going to be doing a lot of work around your mind and how you speak and what you think and, you know, things like that. Okay, so bowl of answers. Not, we got Gemini. So some of you guys could be a Gemini. Gemini season could be significant. Scorpio season could be significant of 2026. As well as like Taurus season and Sagittarius season of 2026. But yeah, Gemini is here. You could also be like one of the mutable signs or fixed signs: Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, or those seasons could be significant. We do have Capricorn. So Capricorn season could be significant, or you're a Capricorn. Yeah, but it's funny because how many times did we talk about Saturn? So I do feel like there is some like Saturn thing going on that you experienced in 2025, but you'll be working through that in 2026. Have more faith. Yes. See how we have worked through your fears and then we have more faith. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be one of the main things that happens for you in 2026. Like you having more faith, realizing that having that inner knowing that something is yours, it creates, or it like makes you a vibrational match for whatever that thing is. So we have, you're heavy on their mind. I mean, this is supposed to be about like someone thinking about you, but it's making me think of your minds. Like I said, what's heavily on your mind? I feel like you're going to be changing that mindset. Self-care and health needs to be your priority right now. So this definitely could be the case where you are, you know, doing more for yourself physically, like getting in the gym, eating right and stuff like that. But this is also making me think of your mental health, like having better mental health. After the storm, see, thank you, Spirit, for the clarity, because I feel like some of y'all have gone through some adversity in 2026, but you are going to be in 2026, in 2025 you went through some things, but 2026 you're going to see things like turn around. Big Mama, okay. And you know, she's talking her shit in that song, and it makes me think of like someone that is well off, someone that takes care of themselves, someone that is that bitch, basically. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be seeing you as that bitch. I don't know. And it's funny because she's a Capricorn. Some of you guys could be having a baby too. Oh, we got blessing in disguise. So, like I said, I feel like there's going to be some wishes kind of coming true. Not kind of, they are going to be coming true. But it's also making me think of like, oh, and then my phone lit up. But blessing in disguise, it also makes me think like there's some wishes that are coming true, and certain things that didn't work out was a blessing in disguise. August. So with August, that makes me think of like August being significant, Leo season being significant. Some of you guys could be, or Virgo season. Some of you guys could be, yeah, born in August or something. But there could be something significant about August of 2026. I love you. Oh. But I mean, this is making me think of self love as well, and loving on yourself more and just being nicer to yourself. But this could be love as well. And then the little piece ripped in half. So I wonder if that's a sign. But it says think before you act. But I feel like, although I feel like Saturn energy has taught you now to think more before you act, but I feel like you're getting rid of overthinking. That phase of your life is not over, where you overthink to the point of not doing things, or overthink to the point of manifesting certain things, or overthink to the point where you you manifest certain things that you don't want to manifest, or I don't know, but there's a lot of mind work that's being done in 20. Maybe you've already been doing that, and that's why 2026 you're going to see a lot of things begin to flourish. But yeah, you're definitely working on your mindset. But that was your reading, pile number 1. If it resonated with you, let me get a healing heart in the emoji, or the healing heart emoji in the comments, because you know that one, that the heart that has a bandage, and I think you have to type in healing. Yes, you have to type in healing, because I feel like you're healing after a lot of adversity. Okay. So yeah, that was your reading. Like I said, if you want to join the Mystic Collective for daily collective readings, that information is below. And we have other things as well, but I know people really love the daily collective readings. That's why I always mention them. But yes, and then if you want to book a personal reading with me, that is below. If you want to follow me on social media, that's below. All the things are below. Okay. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Peace. Hello, hello, hello. Those of you that chose pile number 2, let's get into your reading all about what? I almost forgot. I zoned out. Okay, that could be a sign. But this reading is all about your 2026. We're kind of just winging it to see just what comes out, whether it's love, money, just anything. The first 2 cards are going to be a theme, but the rest we're just going to see what kind of comes out. Yes, but if you want a more personal reading as far as the year ahead, that link is below. And yes, it's a 2-hour session where the for the first hour we talk all about your year ahead, channeled messages, your astrological chart and what's going on in there. And then the second hour is me doing a sound bowl session and Reiki for you, to help with cleansing your aura, to get rid of dead weight energetically from the previous year, and maybe even previous years for that, if you've never gotten your aura cleansed with like a sound bowl and stuff. So yes, that information is below. All right. So yeah. First 2 cards, what's the theme? We have the Fighters and the Protector. Very interesting. That's so interesting. The Fighters and Protector. I fight my resistance to accepting the dualities of life. And this says, I respect people's boundaries and require the same from them. So, the Fighters and the Protectors. So this is, well, one, it's making me think of like protecting your boundaries. You're going to have way more boundaries with people, and maybe even more boundaries with yourself. Like if you've been like just a little scattered, or you keep saying you're going to do certain things and you don't do it, shit like that. I think you're going to be finding your will to create more boundaries with yourself, and then even with like other people, where you are saying like, I will not accept that. I don't like that. like just not being afraid to say no, or like to take some time to spend on, like, let's say you have something that you need to work on, things like that, like having to say no sometimes. I think you're going to be working on that in 2026, like creating more boundaries with yourself and others. Yeah. But the protector and the fighters is also making me think of like energetic boundaries and like really releasing, well, maybe not even release, well, yeah, releasing, I don't know, but if there's like anyone that's been like kind of playing in your energy or throwing negative energy your way, I think I don't know if you've already been doing like certain rituals to help with getting rid of negative entities, but maybe you should start. Maybe you should start. But I also feel like that could be something that you're focused on doing in 2026. Like having stronger boundaries energetically. All right, so the Page of Wands. This is like actually one of my favorite cards in this deck. And then, oh wow, we have Four of Wands. And it's so interesting because this makes me think of boundaries, like your home. So for some of you guys, maybe something with the home and your family, like you're going to be, or maybe there's a need to, or you're going to be doing more like energetic work around boundaries for your home. Because maybe you've been feeling like things have been a little chaotic with your home, or things have been a little unstable when it comes to your home, or maybe you have weird neighbors. I don't know. But I definitely feel like something with the home is going to be significant, and Spirit wants you to protect yourself energetically, but your home energetically too. Especially if there are people that like are trying to, I don't know. See, I don't be trying to, because it's not always witchcraft. It's really not always witchcraft. But, at times it is witchcraft. But I feel like Spirit wants you to just protect your home and yourself energetically for the, because there are people that may be trying to like make you lose your step, lose your home, lose your stability. I don't know. It's something like that. Or even if it's not someone like throwing something at you, it could have also been you were worried about the stability of your home, and maybe that's the negative entity that's like kind of fucking you up, because maybe maybe there's been a time where you lost a home, or you lost stability, or you lost a car, or you lost something that kind of shook your stability. It shook your stability. And you still maybe have some fear surrounding that. Maybe that happened in 2024. I almost wanted to say 2024. Maybe not 2024, but maybe in 2025, or maybe even in the past, where you lost something of like significance, and maybe a lot of bad things happened around that time. I don't know, but yeah, Spirit is wanting to help you with having more stability, especially around the home. Okay, so we have Knight of Swords and the Moon reversed. So this, for some reason, is also making me think there's going to be some good news surrounding a home in the very near future. So yeah, some of you guys, you're going to get approved for a home, or maybe, like I said, you've been worried about the stability of your home. So maybe there's going to be more income coming when it comes to your home. Or maybe this just is your finances in general, like stabilizing, like you're going to have more stable income. There's more stability. That's like the best way to describe it. Like there's more stability. And then the moon being reversed is also making me think like, yeah, at some point you're maybe unsure about your money, because you're like, okay, where's my money going to be coming from? I don't know how much money or not, I don't know how much money, but just kind of worried about where your next check was coming from, or maybe your checks weren't hitting like they needed to. So you like, where am I gonna get the rest of money for certain things, stuff like that. But I feel like that's turning around. I feel like that's turning around where you're I want to say creating more stability. So this could even be like your business, like something that you do personally becoming more stable, and maybe there was a lack of stability with that and you were just kind of like not sure where things were going to go with that. But yeah. Rebound, temporary comfort, avoiding loneliness, quick replacement just to forget. Then we have sugar coated. Wow, sweet but deceptive words, empty compliments, hidden insults, too good to be true. Whoa, Spirit, where are we going with this? Hold on. Triggered. Okay. Emotional reactions, unresolved wounds, facing past hurts. Why does this bother me? And I didn't show that to y'all. And then no filter, speaking your truth, authentic communication, raw honesty. This is how I really feel. So this is making me think, that's funny because we have sugar coated and then we have no filter. So I feel like that's you saying no when you need to, and people are going to be a little upset because maybe you used to be this person that sugar coated things, like to be like, not wanting to hurt people's feelings or doing like some people pleasing and shit like that. And I feel like you're standing up for yourself more. I definitely think you're going to be standing up for yourself way more and talking more about your needs and asking the right questions, and yeah. And then with rebound being here, that more so makes me think of like, because I feel like when you sugarcoat something, it only brings temporary comfort because you didn't, even though you like were trying to keep the peace, you didn't say what you actually meant. So now you're like, damn, I ain't even say everything I wanted to say. And now it's still eating me up inside, So I think you're going to be doing more communication, like where there's no filter. But I don't know. I don't think some people's feelings might actually be hurt. I do feel like some people's feelings are going to be hurt. And I do feel like some like people are going to be, I don't know why, I feel like people are going to be mad at some of the things you say, and some of them might not even be like, oh, you're telling them no. It could even be like, I'm hearing for a certain few of you, especially because this card house says triggered, is making me think that for some of you guys, what is triggering people is like maybe them seeing that, like, because with this no filter, I feel like some of you guys are going to be starting to post yourself more, or maybe, and then my phone lit up. Okay, I think I'm onto something. So I don't know if you're going to be posting yourself more, or like it's giving like, when there's money, when I have money, there will be signs. That's what it's giving. So people are going to be maybe a little triggered about the things you post, especially with like this 4 of Wands here. This is making me think some of you guys could be, in 2026, you could be popping out with somebody. And then with rebound being here, maybe some people thought this would be a rebound. Maybe people thought this would not last, or whether it's like, some people thought that something was temporary. It could have been a relationship. It could have been like something with your life. And they thought it was temporary, but nah. Now I'm hearing won't stop by Gunna. It's like you up and it's stuck. Pride, arrogance, ego, stubborn. And even though this is saying arrogance, I feel like people are going to be trying to see you as arrogant, because there's going to be a lot of like really cool things that are going to be happening for you that you end up posting, or that you end up talking about, or something like that, or they end up hearing about it. And I feel like they're going to be a little triggered. People are going to be a little triggered at some of the good things that are happening for you in 2026. Narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, one-sided. And you know what? I think these are the people that are triggered. Because I feel like for some of these people that are triggered, they had the pride. They didn't want to put the pride to the side. They want to put the pride to the side. They didn't want to, or they treated you in a certain way, or I don't know, it's something like that. They gonna be the ones looking at you like, damn. Look at pile two. Wow, not they happy in a relationship. Not they got their own place. Not they got this super nice car. Not they living their best life. Oh, not they traveling everywhere. Like, there's a lot of people that's going to be a little triggered at some of the positive things that start taking place for you in 2026. If they're not already triggered already. But I also feel like people are going to look at you as arrogant because, and it's not even because you're like, oh, I'm just going to be arrogant. It could be because you're setting boundaries, or because, you know, you are kind of like thankful. Not kind of, you're thankful for these things that are happening. So you are maybe sharing it on social media, or sharing the news with people, and then it's getting back to other people, you know? So, yeah. Okay, yes, second chance. Very interesting. Reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. And then we have heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. And that makes me think that some of these people are going to also be trying to get a second chance, or like realizing that they can't get a second chance with you because they messed up. They messed up. And maybe they thought maybe for some of you guys, if someone that you set boundaries with, maybe they thought they would eventually still be able to come back. And you're like, Okay. So we also have a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. So Aries season could be significant. Libra season could be significant. Cancer season could be significant. Capricorn season could be significant. But yes, a win-win outcome is forecast. And I'm telling you, Pal, too, you about to be winning so hard in so many different areas of your life that people are going to low-key be trying to, you know, find a reason to think of you as arrogant. Find a reason to think of you as whatever story they've created. A fiery climax approaches. That is funny as hell, because this literally, it says full moon in Aries, and that's the opposite of Libra, and I just named all the cardinal signs. So yeah, the cardinal seasons could be very significant, because maybe you're a cardinal sign. Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, Aries. You could have one of those signs in your chart, but yeah, win-win outcome is forecast with these cards popping up here. And yeah, I feel like you're going to be winning very hard. Confidence is your keys to success. New moon in Leo. And it's so funny because I was going to say, I feel like you're going to be shining. Where the shine, the glow is unfucking deniable. And it's like you're standing in this confidence with you setting boundaries, but then just also, I don't know why I keep seeing someone posting certain things. Not that I feel like you're going to be like, oh, let me show off all this other stuff. But I feel like there's going to be certain signs where people are like, oh, well, Pile 2 look like they living their best life. Pile 2 is happy as hell. Pile 2 is in love. Pile 2 is engaged. Pile 2 is making money. Pile 2 is on vacation. Like, it's stuff like that that's going to be happening in 2026. And people are going to be like, damn. So, yes. Let's pull from the bowl of answers. Always be my baby. So, this is making me think someone that thought they'd be able to come back, or that eventually things would work back out. No. I mean, it depends on who you are watching this reading, but having more faith, I mean. So, yep, you were probably drawn to another pile. Soulmate, twin flame. Yeah, some of you guys are going to be popping out with someone like significantly in 2026, and people are going to be like, what? Like, where did this person come from? Like, how did this happen? Because I would not be surprised if some of you guys, I've been talking about this for a little minute. Some of y'all could be getting engaged or something in 2026. Or like just in a very significant relationship. Oh, look, baby mama, baby daddy drama. I'm telling you, this is the person that, for some of y'all, that thought they would be able to come back. Or that there would be a second chance, or they're going to be very triggered at like you popping out with this person or whatever is happening in your life. They're going to be a little triggered. This Eli spilled water on this, but I think this is blessed. Yep, blessed by Glorilla. So yes, a lot of blessings are coming. September. So September 2026 could be significant for some of you guys. Sagittarius. Sagittarius season. Or you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Or this could just be your luck. Like your luck changing for the better. I love you. Yeah, you and someone are going to be very much in love, or you're already in love with someone, and it's going to be more public in 2026. Aquarius. So Aquarius season could be significant as well. You could be in Aquarius. And it's funny because we have Leo here, new one in Leo, and then we have Aquarius, and those are like opposite signs, and these are opposite signs. So for some reason, one thing is making me think of like yo ops. Yo ops being like, damn, how does this person keep winning? Or like, damn, they in a relationship for real? Oh, damn. Just people that were once close to you that maybe are ops now, seeing your shit. But this is also making me think of like relationships as well, because opposite signs tend to be attracted to each other. So this is definitely making me think of love. You're heavy on their mind. So someone significantly, you're heavy on their mind or something like that. Leo. We have Leo here. So maybe Jupiter and Leo is going to be significant, because all I kept thinking about was Jupiter and Leo, and then Leo came out. So yeah, Jupiter and Leo could be very, very significant for you. Yeah, there could be a lot of luck around like finding your partner, getting engaged, maybe having children together. It's something like that. But yes, that was your reading pile number 2. If it resonated with you, let me get a little lion in the comments, because we have the tiger and the lion. So let me get a tiger or a lion or both in the comments. Like I said, if you're interested in booking that year ahead reading, that 2-hour session, that information is below. If you want to follow me on social media, you want to join the Mystic Collective for daily collective readings and other cool stuff, other cool content, that information is below. All the stuff that you want from me is from below, or it's below. Okay, I'll have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Peace. Hello. Those of you that chose pile number 3, let's get into your reading all about what's happening for you in 2026. If you didn't see the intro, I was saying basically we kind of winging it to see, like who, well, not who, but kind of winging it to see what comes up as far as 2026. Because I don't know, I just want to see what comes up instead of being like, oh, this will happen. Like whatever comes up, we gonna see. That's basically what I'm trying to say. But yes, I am doing one-on-one 2026 year ahead readings, and it includes a astrological reading and an oracle reading all about like your 2026. But then we're also like the second hour is also a Reiki and sound bath by your girl, and you are I am going to be cleansing your aura, like your auric field, to release any energetic heaviness that you're still carrying from like 2025 or some previous years before that. All right, so let's see. The reputable. I live my life as if a guardian angel. Wait. I live my life as if my guardian angels are watching over me. The emperor. I am worthy of respect because I'm respectful of all. Very interesting. And it's funny that this came out because earlier I was thinking about my ancestors and this card was just standing out to me. I mean, I don't know if any of my ancestors were white. I don't know. But just the outfits, just the outfits. And yeah. Who knows? Maybe I do have some white ancestors. I'm not sure. But if y'all don't know, I am African. Both of my parents are African. Their parents are African. So I don't know. But anywho, I do feel like with the reputable and the emperor, I feel like many of you guys in 2026 are going to be in like a very bossed up position. This kind of came out in the other piles as well, but this one above all the piles, especially with the emperor and the reputable, is definitely giving like, like some type of like position where you are calling the shots. And I definitely feel like it's like your reputation is going up. So yeah, this could be social media. This could be like within your career, like being seen as an authority in your field or something like that. But yeah, something along those lines. But yeah, let's see what else comes out. Oh, wow. We also have the Queen of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. Very interesting. And it's so funny because this Queen of Pentacles, it almost looks like she's bringing home the coin to her family. That's so beautiful. But this is, okay. I'm hearing for some of you guys, this is the year you become a millionaire. Or even if it's not a millionaire, you are so well off. You're going to be so well off that you can look back and help people. You can be like, hey, here's $10,000. Here's a couple $1,000, Like, I think you're going to be in the position to do that for a lot of people. And it's so funny because in tarot, the emperor, it's funny because the emperor is number 4 and this is 22. I'm not sure if they did that on purpose, but the emperor is, when they talk about the description of the emperor, it is someone that's seen as the breadwinner. So many of you guys are becoming like the breadwinner of your family. Maybe some of you guys are single parents, but it's also making me think of like your family in general, where it's like, because you're rich, you're able to make people in your family rich or something like that. Yeah, it's definitely giving breadwinner. But the fact that we have the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles, it's making me think of like a family. Like, because the Emperor in tarot is like the king of all the kings. And I mean, Queen of Pentacles is not the queen of all the queens, but it is making me think of two people that are in their bag. I don't know, they're in their bag. Maybe you're partnering with somebody and it's helping to bring in a lot of money. There could be some like collaborations that you're doing, but for some of you guys, this is like your actual like person that you are meant to be with or something like that. You guys are going to be able to put money together to create some type of wealth. And then the reputable also makes me think of like some of you guys could end up doing like couple content or family content, or like, yeah, something with couples or family, or something you and somebody else do together that's going to bring in a lot of money. Okay, so yeah, let's see what else comes out. We have Page of Swords and Knight of Wands. It's so funny. It almost looks like it's the same person, but this time he's wearing a costume. So I feel like also in 2026, you're going to be maybe taking a lot more action. Like you're not just talking about shit no more, like you're actually doing it. Because maybe at some point you were, just talking about your ideas and be like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and da da da. But you are actually going to be taking action on these ideas that you keep getting or that you've written down, or maybe you started but never finished. You're actually like gonna be doing some shit. I don't know why that made me laugh, but I do feel like, yeah, you're definitely doing, like, taking more action than before. And yeah, that could be you with working on your business or something like that, but this could be like to level up in your career in some way. Like even if it's like you're working at a company, I feel like you're going to be leveling up within that company. Oh, interesting though. We have self-made, and I just talked about your business. So independent success, overcoming odds, creating your own path, built from nothing. And then we have brand new, fresh beginnings, reinventing yourself, new ventures, watch me shine. So, okay, business owners, y'all are clearly in here, but like I said, you don't have to own a business, maybe you do it on the side or something like that. But yeah, I definitely feel like with this self-made card, this is almost like they almost look like the same person. Because the fact that it's her in front of her little store and then her with her big ass coin, like it's definitely giving entrepreneur. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, it could be like, even if you're at a company, you are maybe in a position where is more, or like there's people working under you or something. It's something like that. But yeah, I definitely feel like your career is going up in a major way. You're going to be doing, I feel like you're partnering up with someone, even though this says self-made. It could be two self-made people coming together. So yeah, it could be you partnering with someone and maybe y'all are both entrepreneurs or something like that, and y'all collaborate on something, and then it brings success. Like some type of new venture, because I think I talked about that, new venture. Or it could be you and your actual partner, like your boo. You and this person coming together to, like, because maybe both of y'all are entrepreneurs, or both of y'all are both successful. Yeah, and y'all are both in y'all bag, and y'all come together and create like a fortune. Even if it's a small fortune, but y'all coming together with someone, combining forces, I think will be very powerful. Okay. So we have cuffing season, and we have on red. Very interesting. I feel like you're coming out of a season where, like, because with this self-made card, it's making me think that maybe you put a lot of stuff out for your business, where you're like, oh, I'm putting this out, I'm going to drop this project, I'm going to do this. Or maybe you've been putting out in a lot of applications, or maybe you've been working at somewhere for a long time and you didn't see no growth. It's something like that made you feel like on red. But that was only meant to be temporary, because you're stepping into this self-made and brand new energy. And I don't know why. I feel like you and someone are going to be working very closely together. That's why I'm like, is it your boo? Is it you and someone, are going to be working very closely together, where it makes you not want to work with anyone else? Or like, for example, this could even be like, let's say you're an influencer and you start working with a brand, and there's like in the contract you can't work with other specific brands or something. You know what I'm saying? Or you and someone have like a ongoing partnership where y'all are always collaborating, like every month, or something like that. Or, like I said, it could be you and your partner working closely together where it's like, oh, I don't really need to work with anyone else. It's like, because maybe you were looking for a business partner and you're like, oh, I could actually work with my boo. Or, it could be, it's something like that where you and someone are teaming up and it's like almost like an ongoing collaboration where there's no end. Okay? That's what I'm sensing for some of you guys. So yeah, it could be a relationship, or it could be like some like a job that you end up getting, or a brand collab. It's something like that, or you're working with your friend. It's something like that where it just flows well together. It flows well together. So we have elusive and we have pain. Very interesting. So with elusive and pain, that's making me think of like, yeah, this temporary season that you were kind of going through where you felt like, okay, like I feel like I'm doing these things and it's not reaping rewards, or I've been putting out these job applications, or I've been putting in a lot of work at this company, or it's like something like that, and it has you feeling like, okay, like why am I not getting what I want? Or like why are these random crazy things happening to me? And I don't know. But I feel like that's coming to an end as far as yeah, like something was just temporary where, yeah, maybe you didn't have a job, or money was like a little slow, or you didn't hear back about maybe collabs you applied for, or I don't know, it's something like that. But that's, yeah, coming to an end. Let's see. Look, we have releasing. And it says letting go, moving on, walking away. So maybe releasing pain. And then we have thinking, missing you, craving, desiring. And we'll put it next to elusive. So I feel like there's certain thoughts that were tricking you. Certain thoughts that were tricking you because of past pain. But I feel like you're finally releasing a lot of these painful memories, or I don't know, the thoughts of doubt, or whatever has been plaguing you. I feel like you're really releasing it mentally, and you're probably drawn to another pile. But yes, and I also feel like, well, actually, no. Let's see what comes up with these cards. A new start is coming. That's funny. And we have brand new. So there could be something significant about the new moons of 2026. And it's interesting because there was one pile in particular that had two new moon cards. So maybe you were drawn to that pile and you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, a new start is coming. So it's definitely making me think that, especially because brand new under is over. I mean, pain and releasing. So it's definitely giving that a lot of things are being turned around in your life. I don't know. Like that's the main thing. And then maybe some of you guys were worried because maybe you're a single parent, or you're just someone that provides for the people around you. So you're just like, damn, what am I about to do? What am I about to do? Or what's next for me? Or am I moving in the right direction, and things like that? So, yes. And we have balanced spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So it's funny that we have a new moon and a full moon. And in that one pile I was talking about, there was 2 new moons and 1 full moon. So, yes. All right. So there could be something significant about Pisces season or Virgo season. But yeah, there's some type of new start where there's more balance. And I just forgot that the Queen of Pentacles, that card literally has to do with being someone that's a provider, but is also has the ability to create a warm, clean home. So maybe, basically I meant able to balance career life and family life. So yeah, I do feel like there's something with your family. Oh, then my phone just lit up. Okay, so something with your family, like you are going to be able to provide a comfortable lifestyle for your family in 2026. And we have a time for healing. Yes, I feel like a lot of things are being healed in your life. I definitely do, especially because we have pain. We have pain and then we have releasing. So I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of releasing of pain, and I really wonder if some of it has to do with a certain relationship that comes in your life where something about it is very healing. So yeah, it could be a friend that you end up working with that like they always just know the right thing to say to make you feel motivated and keep going, or it could be maybe some like a company where they really value their I was gonna say their customers. Well yeah, their customers and their employees, and also it could be like a relationship as far as like a romantic partnership where you guys like motivate each other, even if it's not like you guys are working on something together. You guys motivate each other. But I definitely feel like a lot of you guys, you're coming into like a business partnership with your person, or some type of thing where y'all are putting money together. So it could be for a home. It could be for a home or like something like that, where y'all are combining forces. Okay, so let's get the bowl of answers. Aquarius. So something could be significant about Aquarius season, and that says innovative, eccentric, independent, and that's funny because independent success, humanitarian, intellectual, unconventional, visionary. So yeah, I know I keep talking about partnering up with someone, but I do feel like there is like two independent people coming together. That's what I keep seeing. And what's so funny is Aquarius also has to do with friends and networks and things like that. And it makes me think of like Captain Planet and how like it was the group of friends and they would come together and have their different rings and stuff. And I feel like you have what someone else needs and someone else what you need, and not in a way that you guys are not able to like be complete on your own, but there's something about you partnering up with somebody or certain people that will be very motivational for you and very successful for you. 444, get organized, focus on health, home, protections, boundaries, all is well. So I did talk about the home. So yeah, there could be something with home, you moving to a new home, restructuring the home, renovating the home, maybe a partner moving in, you moving in with a partner, something with family and home. Uh-oh. And then we have May. So there could be something significant about May, but it's also making me think of May I. So yeah, this is definitely making me think of you and someone working together, or someone moving in with each other, or people moving in with each other, or something. It's something like that. Okay. 333, finish that passion project. Self-made. Or get started, have fun, expand, talk to people. Didn't I say that? Express yourself. So yeah. This is so funny. I need to fix this, but yeah, blessed by Glorilla. So there is a partnership that's coming in that's going to be like a blessing. Look, oh my goodness. Thank you, Spirit. Soulmate, twin flame. I'm saying, I had a feeling. I had a feeling. Delulu is a Salulu. So yeah, this is making me think of like certain people like that will be very motivational for you to like, not that they're going to be delusional. I don't think you're going to be having a bunch of delusional people around you, but it's more so like, because when I say Delulu is the Salulu, I don't mean like being full delusional and crazy and shit like that. I mean, you need people around you that's like, that sees the vision, that motivates you towards the vision when you're like, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah. October. So there's something significant about October of 2026. Have more faith. That came out in basically all the piles. So, okay. Good luck. Miraculous events. Pay attention to your intuition. Yeah. Yeah. Then my phone just lit up at that. And oh my goodness, we literally have 666. Family, home, harmony, marriage, luxury. Keep your thoughts about money positive. Literally, family and home. Didn't I say that? Didn't I freaking say that? So yes, some of you are building a family with someone, or like a harmonious relationship with someone where it's like there's a continuous partnership here. Then we have you're heavy on their mind. This could be relationship wise. But yeah, that is your reading. Pile number 3. If it resonated with you, let me get a bow emoji or like even a gift emoji in the comments because of this brand new, because there's gonna be a lot of brand new things coming for you in 2026. Okay, so like I said, if you're interested in booking a 2026 year ahead reading, that information is below. If you want to join the Mystic Collective for daily collective readings and other cool content, that is below. If you want to follow me on social media, tip me, all that good stuff, everything's below. Okay, I'll be a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Peace.